The grand event of Prayagraj Maha Kumbh was going on. A wave of faith had surged on the banks of Sangam. A crowd of lakhs was taking a dip in the Ganga. There was a hustle and bustle of the akharas, and tents of saints were set up everywhere. But this time, in the midst of this holy event, something was going to happen which shook everyone. One day in the morning, a new sadhu arrived at the big camp of Sector 14. His long beard, a big sandalwood mark on his forehead, and saffron clothes were making him look like the other sadhus. He slowly entered the camp and bowed down at the feet of the chief sadhu. Chief Sadhu, Mahatma Ji, where have you come from? New Sadhu, I had a desire to do sadhana here at Sangam from Kashi, so I came. Chief Sadhu, very good. This is holy land, you can stay here comfortably. The sadhu sat in a corner of the camp. He took out a bundle from his bag and put sandalwood and ash in his palms. He put on his helmet and sat down in meditation. The other sadhus were not paying much attention to him because it was common for such new faces to come and go every day in Maha Kumb. The sadhu spent time with other saints in a normal way throughout the day. He would bathe in the Ganga early in the morning, listen to discourses throughout the day, and would get engrossed in meditation as soon as night fell. But his behavior changed at night. Kishore, who was doing seva in that camp, noticed for the first time that this new sadhu secretly goes out of the camp every night. One night, Kishore saw that the sadhu went behind the camp and buried something in the ground. Kishore, friend, I feel something is wrong with this new Baba. Manish, why, what is it? Kishore, last night I saw him burying something in the ground. I don't know, but there is something strange. Manish, laughing, hey, you suspect everyone, it may be some puja material. But Kishore's mind was not at peace. He decided that he will keep an eye on this sadhu. On the same day, Prayagraj police received an anonymous call. The caller told that a terrorist is hiding in the disguise of a sadhu in Maha Kumb, and he is planning a big crime. On hearing this, the police immediately became alert. Inspector Rajiv Sharma, who was the head of security of Maha Kumbh, alerted his team. Inspector Rajiv, we have to check every camp. Any suspicious activity will not be ignored, especially pay attention to new faces. Police started secret surveillance of all the camps. Meanwhile, in the camp of Sector 14, that new sadhu was spending his days normally, but his activities continued at night. One night, Kishore saw that the sadhu was taking out a paper and a small device from his bag. The sadhu took the bag and went out of the camp. Kishore gathered courage and followed him. The sadhu went straight to the Ganga Ghat, where he met a person and told the other sadhu that everything is going according to the plan. Sadhu, there is no doubt that the stranger has happened. Unknown person. Very good, just wait for the right time. Then Kishore heard the conversation between these two from a distance and tried to record it with his phone, but he was very scared. The next day he told this to the main sadhu. Kishore, Maharaj, there is something wrong with that sadhu. I saw him talking to a stranger last night. Main sadhu, this is a very serious matter. The police should be informed. Kishore, if he is found guilty, then the chief sadhu is not worth the risk. Let's do this. Let's observe his actions again tonight. The next night, Kishore and the chief sadhu decided that they would keep an eye on the suspicious sadhu. Kishore kept his phone ready, and the chief sadhu also alerted some other sadhus in the camp. It was nighttime. Everyone was getting ready to sleep. The sadhu again left the camp with his bag. He reached a deserted ghat on the banks of the Ganga, where the same person was present whom he had met earlier. Unknown person. Have you completed the work you said, Sadhu? Yes, the equipment has. The terrorist plot at Maha Kumbh was a chilling revelation. The sacred gathering, filled with millions of devotees, was under threat. The authorities had to act swiftly to prevent a catastrophe. Every second counted as they raced against time to thwart the nefarious plan. The chief sadhu and Kishore were shocked to hear this. Kishore recorded this conversation. The chief sadhu softly told Kishore to call the police immediately. Kishore called the police and gave them all the information. Inspector Rajiv Sharma and his team immediately swung into action. Inspector Rajiv said, "Inspector Rajiv, we have to catch this suspicious Sadhu red-handed. If he is really a terrorist, he can become a big threat." Police cordoned off all the roads leading to the gut. Some soldiers reached there in disguise so that the Sadhu does not suspect them. The Sadhu and his companion were still busy talking. The Sadhu said that this is the last stage. As soon as the crowd is maximum, we have to take action. The unknown person replied that this attack will be a big message for everyone. No one can even imagine that a place like Maha Kumbh can be targeted. The police team waited for the right time. As soon as the Sadhu took out another device from his bag, the police surrounded them. "Inspector Rajiv, raise your hands, do not try to escape from the police." The Sadhu and his companion got nervous. The Sadhu tried to run away, but the police caught him. When the bag was searched, explosive devices and some maps were found in it. Police immediately arrested the Sadhu and his companion. During interrogation, it was found that he was a member of an international terrorist organization. He was a member of the... His real name was Ayub Khan, and he had been living in India hidden for many years. Inspector Rajiv asked, "Inspector Rajiv, what was your motive? Why did you target a sacred event like Maha Kumbh?" Ayub replied, "Ayub Khan, the fear of the crowd is the biggest weapon. Our motive was to attack here in such a way that shocks the world, but you ruined our plan." The police found evidence of a big attack plan in the Sadhu's bag and the equipment installed around the camp. The next day, Prayagraj police told the media that a big terrorist attack was averted in Maha Kumbh. Inspector Rajiv said, "Inspector Rajiv, we are thankful to Kishore and the main Sadhu who gave the information at the right time. All this is the result of their alertness and courage. Kishore and the main Sadhu were honored by the Maha Kumbh organizing committee." The main Sadhu said, "Chief Sadhu, we just fulfilled our responsibility. Maha Kumbh is a sacred event. No one can defile it." Kishore said, "Kishore, if I had not kept an eye on that Sadhu, then some big accident might have happened. This incident alerted everyone that faith is a matter of faith. How important is security and awareness in such big events?" After this incident, the organizers of Maha Kumbh and security agencies further strengthened the security system. Regular checking and surveillance was increased in all the camps so that such incidents are not repeated in future. Devotees were also advised to remain alert and immediately inform the police about any suspicious activity. Security challenges are always there in huge events like Maha Kumbh, but with the cooperation of the administration and the public, these challenges can be faced successfully. This incident proved that with vigilance and collective efforts, even the biggest dangers can be averted.